private jets, taking trips. Come back at 6, wake me and your child. And then won't lay today, make me wonder who you might have been playing with. Makes me wonder who you think.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Sorry there's been a little pause in my recording. I've been super busy. I've been helping a friend with their kid. And then I've been battling just some icky tummy. I don't know. So I wanted to record a set. I've had this set done for, I don't know, a couple weeks now, like 2 weeks. And I still had these nails on. And so I was like, nah, let me just bust out Wilma. I stopped using her a lot because the ring finger and the middle finger be laying funny and crooked. And then, yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know. And then, so now I don't have tips glued in. I just have them slid in there. And then, so it gets a little difficult. So right here, I was showing you guys what I was using. I am using my Young Nails Clear as always. I busted out my eye gel beauty. It's called Seafoam, which is DD130. And then I also, this light purple that I have is called Lucid Dreams by Criminal Claws. I'm not quite sure if she's still selling acrylics or not. But yeah, so anyway, I went in to go do a marble. Originally it was on the pinky, but then it was way too big. So then I put it on the ring finger and I didn't like how it was turning out. And so I just scraped it off real quick and tried again. So these colors are kind of on the chalkier side. So they're a little bit more difficult to marble with. But I mean, marbles are you just kind of plop some wet beads on there and then you just swirl a little bit, trying not to muddy and mix the colors. So right here I added a little bit of clear, but that didn't really do much. And then I'm adding some glitters. These are some loose glitters from Nail Couture that I got in my scoops a while back. And so that's what we're going ahead and doing here. And so when I started this set, it was late at night. I just needed to get something done, and I started out with an idea and then it went a different way, and then it ended up just not turning out how I had envisioned. I almost didn't post this set because it was just stupid, but I just said fuck it, whatever. If I don't like it, someone else might like it, and if nobody likes it, well then whatever. Anyway, I was just feeling just kind of these colors, and I had done a set with similar colors one time on a live with Paige. So I just kind of wanted to bust this color. I do really like this color, this Seafoam color from Eye Gel. It's not my favorite formula, but compared to some of the other eye gel colors I have, it does perform better than some other ones. So there is that. And then the light purple, I don't use it very often. I have some really pretty colors from there, but the acrylics from Criminal Claws really stick in my brush. And at first, I got these when I was a beginner, so I thought it was a me thing. But it didn't matter what brush I used, what monomer I used. And then as I've gotten better at my application and ventured into some other acrylics, I just kind of learned that, some acrylics have to be worked with differently, but also some just really stick in your brush. Another acrylic that really sticks in my brushes no matter what I do, no matter how I work with it, is Anna Acrylics. I only have her Glow collection, and I do know that glows, like glow acrylics, do perform slightly different, but I have heard similar things for her other acrylics. So If you try a new acrylic out, give it a couple times before you really make your decision on it. Also, temperature of your room matters. When it's cold out, it can be really runny. And then when it's hot out, it can dry super fast. And so you just really want to play around with new acrylics in different temperatures in your room, different monomers possibly. I use Glam and Glitz monomer, and so far it has worked with every acrylic I have ever used it with. There hasn't been an acrylic that I found that it just wasn't compatible with. So I do consider Glam and Glitz a very universal monomer. They don't sell it through their site anymore, but there's other places that you can find it. So anyway, and it's affordable, and it's not a fast setting, it's not a slow setting. It's just, like I said, it's just universal. So right here I'm doing a full nail of this purple, and at this point, like, I was already starting to get like a fluffy brush. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Like, acrylic will get stuck in there, like in the center of your brush, and it just gets like fluffy, right? And after doing this nail, like, I had to clean out my brush, get new monomer. And there was still just some acrylic left behind. And when you get acrylic stuck in your brush like that, I've noticed, like, right now it looks okay, right? Like, it doesn't look like my brush is fluffy or has acrylic stuck in it, but I can feel it. And then also, you'll see later on in my application when I'm capping, it's not picking up beads like it should. Um, and I don't know exactly why that does that, but I feel like it's because there's acrylic stuck in there. And so when you go to dip your wet brush into acrylic, it doesn't pick up big beads like you would want it to, no matter how much monomer you have in your brush. And I feel like it's just because there's that extra acrylic in there. But anyway, and so it just gets, it gets fluffy, and then the brush kind of gets almost like crunchy. Not crunchy, like, I don't know. If you know, you know. And so, see, like, right here, I'm like, God damn, I gotta get this out of my brush. And then I do get new monomer and shit like that. Because this one's almost out. So, yeah, like right now I'm feeling it, and it feels like crunchy when I was doing that. And so, cleaning your brush throughout your application, if you start feeling that, is always a good idea. And also changing out your monomer. I like, before I cap, I like to change out my monomer. Or if it just starts getting mucky, like if I know I'm going to use acrylics that just kind of muddy up my monomer, I'll use a little bit at a time. That way, when it's low or almost gone, I can wipe it out and just kind of start over. See, I'm trying to get all this acrylic out of my brush. And so, yeah, that's a big reason why I don't really reach for this acrylic a lot, but this is a very beautiful color, and I do need it sometimes. So, but yeah, I definitely had my brush feeling a little fluffy, but it's all right. And anyway, guys, so like I said, I don't normally like working on this practice hand. If you can see on this finger, when I went to go soak the my glued nail bed, quote unquote nail bed tips on, when I was scraping it out, it had kind of ripped. And this, I bought this from a company that I don't know, it came broken, and I tried to respond to them and they never responded back. So I was just kind of disappointed in this hand from the jump. But it is what it is, and it works when I need it to. I like that it's not posable, so it's flexible. To me, that just feels more natural. But I definitely do want to get another hand. They're just really expensive, and so I just want to make sure I'm going to get one that is worth it, and take care of it properly. V just came out with her second round of hands. I think they are updated. And those are similar to, you know, the red iguana and the Lena hands and stuff like that. So I might go that route. I'm not 100% sure yet. But yeah, it is nice having a practice hand to just make content on, because that way I can start it and then finish it a different day if I want to, like I did here. But anyway, so I'm going in with glitter, you guys. This is loose glitter. So normally with loose glitter, I will lay a little bit of clear acrylic down and then I will press the glitter into it. For some reason that just wasn't working out how I wanted with this kind of glitter, so I dipped my brush into the clear acrylic to pick up a little bit, and then I dip it right into the glitter. I lay it down and then I add a little bit more clear on top of it, kind of essentially sandwiching the glitter, and then I spread it out to where I want it, and then I do have to go back in and encapsulate. So this glitter was super pretty. Excuse me, guys. And it was really nice on the full nail. I definitely liked it, and it definitely went with this set. Yeah, so right now when I'm encapsulating, I'm just like my beads just aren't picking up right. Like it's not allowing me to pick up the bigger beads that I want. And my brush is so fluffy, even though I did try to clean it out real fast as much as I could, and then just keep going. But yeah, so you can just definitely tell, once a little bit of acrylic gets stuck in your brush, it attracts more acrylic and it just keeps getting stuck. So yeah, so now I'm encapsulating, you guys, and so I got these 4 nails done, and then I had my thumb ready, well, Wilma's thumb ready, and I just decided, yeah, I'm over it. I don't want, like, it was late, I was tired, I'd had a long week, and I was like, meh, these 4 fingers are fine. And so because of that, I don't know, the nails just, they didn't turn out how I wanted them to. And I'll explain that a little bit more when we get closer to the end. But yeah, so anyway, you guys, thank you everybody for tuning into my channel. I absolutely appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't yet, please do. Turn on your notifications so you know when I post. And like this video, leave a comment, and go check out some of the other stuff I have. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you just kind of watch this encapsulation for a little bit, and I will come back here shortly. All right, guys, so as you can see here, I have started my filing routine. So since these nails, the fake hands nail bed wasn't glued in, it is a little more difficult to file just because you have to just kind of hold the nails different, stuff like that. So, but I essentially do the same routine that I do any other time I file nails. I start with the underneath, the free edge, and then I work on the sides up to the center. Yeah, and so I do that with my hand file, and then I go in with my e-file and stuff like that. So I always stick with the same routine for the most part, and it just flows better. Once you start doing nails consistently and kind of get into that routine, it starts to happen faster. Things just flow, it becomes muscle memory, and you just do it without thought, right? So that has definitely helped me, absolutely, for sure. And so, and also what I've noticed is, sometimes I be trying to make my foundation smooth, right? Even though it ends up making the nails thick, and then I have to go and file a bunch. So instead of doing that and making sure like the top looks good just to go and file it all the way, I've been just trying to pay attention to that a little more and make my nails structurally sound, even if they don't look perfect before I file, because really I'm just wasting time by laying all that extra acrylic to make it look smooth to just file it away, right? So, and thicker nails don't always mean stronger nails. Obviously, when they're longer, you need a bigger apex, and they do need to be thicker in some areas. Like these, I would have done these thicker on a real hand, but because it was on Wilma, and she doesn't do shit with her life but sit there, I was like, meh, I don't need to make them super proper, right? You know what I'm saying? But I still do try to, put apex in and do it as close to if this was a client, right? And so now I am coming in with this is a ceramic 5-in-1. It is not a safety bit. And this is I think it's an extra fine. I don't use this one too often because it's extra fine and it just kind of, I don't know. But I do grab for stuff that I don't use often when I'm working on myself or my practice hand. So I'm going in and sealing the cuticles, and then I do just go over and smooth the surface of the nail. If any other corrections needed to happen, any other bulk needed to be taken care of, this is not the bit to do that because it's extra fine. But so anyway, this is the second part of my filing routine. And then, as you guys know, I like to go in one more time with a sanding band just to prep the nail for gel polish in case this smooths it out too much. And also to get out any of, sometimes these bits will leave like just ridges or marks in them. So I go over with my sanding band to get rid of that, right? So anyway, you guys, yep, this is Wilma. And then so obviously I didn't do the thumb right. And so if I would have known that going in, I would have done the nails a little different. Because now I have 2 marble in the center, and then I have a glitter, and then a plain purple, right? And so, I mean, it's not horrible, but I probably would have done it a little different, to make it flow and balanced, right? So this Okay, so now I'm going in with my little sanding band, and this is literally just to go over the surface of the acrylic nail. Like, this isn't changing anything about the nail other than the feeling of the surface, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not filing anything down. I'm not trying to debulk anything. I'm not trying to anything like that, right? So this will get it ready for gel, because gel does not stick to a smooth surface. So this is, some people buff the nail. This is my buff, I guess you could say. Yeah, anyway, so and then of course the nail, we got this plain purple nail right here, and I was like, it needs something, but I didn't know, so then I just kind of grabbed a charm box or whatever, and we just kind of threw some shit together. And like I said, it's just not, it just didn't go the way I had envisioned. I was over it. When I filed, this was a whole like week later. And yeah, so I added just some cute little starfishies on this nail, and some other little like cluster diamond rhinestone things. Just needed something, but I don't know, to me it just looks funny. It's one nail that has just charms and shit on it, and then the rest are like designed and then glitter. I don't know, it just, it's just funky. Not my favorite set. I probably would have put this nail possibly on the ring finger, and then maybe another glitter nail. I don't know. But yeah, so that's just kind of why it's just not really my favorite. It's just kind of meh. But anyway, guys, we are coming to the end of the video here shortly. I finish applying these where I want them, and then I kind of rearrange them a little. And then I do go in with my Madame Glam top coat. That is my all-time favorite top coat and gel polish brand in general. I do have a discount code. It is Rachel35. It will be up on the screen here shortly, and in my description box with the link if you would like that as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What would you guys do differently with this set? Like, obviously, 4 fingers, just with 4 fingers, because I originally planned to do 5, but I got over it. But anyway, so would you guys rearrange them? What do you guys think? What would you guys do different? But anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next one.